This is Grant McCann, and this is Doncaster Rovers. On the 17th of February 2024, Doncaster were 21st in League 2. Fast forward, getting 11 wins out of 15, Doncaster Rovers set themselves up for playoff football. And it went well, beating Crewe 2-0 away, but then at home they lost 2-0 and lost on penalties, failing to secure League 1 football with not much money, as today we make sure they don't spend any of it anyway. Of course, I've got to do this rebuild in a Grimsby town kit, as all this winning started with beating my club. As today, Grant McCann wants to take them further than promotion, winning the Champions League, but only signing free agents. And do you guys want kits like this one, or even this one? If you do, make sure to check out Soccer Deal Shop, link in the description. Cheap and affordable replica kits, and if you use MWS in the promo code checkout, you get yourselves 10% off. Yes, people, this is going to be a huge challenge right here, as this is the Doncaster Rovers lineup. Very good ratings, my shoe. I've got to say, I'm happy with the starting squad, but it can get better. As usually, I'd start off by showing the budget. It doesn't really matter. 2 million, like every League 2 club. As we're going to start with the tactic, and I'm going to go counter-attacking football, get a bit of pace in the team, as is their pacey regions though. I don't know. I'm going to go with an attacking formation. I want to attack, as after all, that is how they did get in the position they're in, as the only player we need is a cam to replace Rowe, who is a club legend, but as you can see on the screen, he's retiring at the end of the season at the age of 34. As it's also worth clocking, Adelucan's on loan from Lincoln. That's a horrible team. And also the keeper. If our keeper's on loan, that means we need to try and find a free agent keeper. If we could do so season 1, alongside a few other players. But the keeper that I found is Michael Wood, a goalkeeper from New Zealand. And he's no Max Crockham, but I'm hoping he is decent. At only 24, bit of room to progress. Probably won't play season 1 because we do have La Tutela, but this man is very decent for the future seasons. As speaking of future, we are not done there though. Patrick Peda is a 21-year-old centre-back. Very good stats on him, but he's not the only young player. A 19-year-old Alan, who is only 58 rated. He's going straight on the loan list alongside, I might put Petter on there because his stats don't look too good. And plus, I know it's different positions, but I have found 2 younger players that look a lot better. Iger Peterson and David Lungu. I'm going to sign them both. I can afford them, I've checked. Very hyped for these two as the first one walking in. Right, we've secured the signing of the attacking midfield one. So that's brilliant. A Rowe replacement, and Peterson immediately becomes our best player in the team. Love that from the Iceman. But David Lungu, the striker I wanted, he's chose to go to Le Havre. Oh man, I was excited to get him in. He just looked like a decent player. Anyway, into the season. As it is the Darren Moore derby, Port Vale versus Doncaster Rovers. And we do start strongly. And how's it going? We've got the Bristol Street Motors. We are top of the group and we're beating Grimsby. Hate that for my team, as this is how our team looks. A big mishmash with some unhappy faces. Adelucan being the standout as he's not playing. He is on loan. Oh, but Kyle Hurst. Drop him back in and also drop Peda in. What a signing he is. Alongside Wood. Looks like La Tutela did go back to Hull as we are 6th. And in the playoffs, this is good football so far. I'd like to get automatics as we're 8 points off them. The Mariners above us. I deep down love that. But I tell you what, guys, I have just seen the standings at the end of the year, and I don't love that too much. Of course, our team in the playoffs, we moved up 1 position, but Grimsby Town, they finish in 8th. If that happens next year, I'm going to be gutted, as Bolton make the FA Cup final against Liverpool. Carabao Cup already won by Liverpool, as the Bristol Street Motors, Birmingham of League 1. Of course they'll win it. They'll have a very strong squad, as this is how our squad looks It is still all over the place, and I don't get why. Maybe loftier expectations. We've got a 71 rated, but we lose to Barrow, which is not a great start, and it's repeating real life, but never mind that. We win on penalties. Donny's luck turning around, and same with Colchester. Did not expect them to make the final, not doing well in real life, but still with a win here. We can better what happened in real life as Donny make League One first time. What a first season that is, lads. Going into the second one, already a League One club, but there's an issue. The team, you can see, has weakened significantly, and that's going to be an issue because we've got to survive. League One has 4 relegation spots, and I'm thinking with only 20 players at the club and only 4 of those being midfielders right here. 1, we should have a bigger budget, and 2, we've got to sign players. As I have a shortlist at the ready, and £7 million, that is a lot of money, you know. Especially for Donny Rovers. The team that was in money troubles, as I'm going to start with a fullback or fullback pairing of Kiki and Walters. I want Kiki to be the experienced of the pair, but Walters might reject us for Nice. That is painful, but we'll sign elsewhere, starting with a young midfielder, Jordan Blake, to run it through. And from a box-to-box man to a man in the box, this is our new striker, Sam Gallagher of Blackburn. He's our new striker, and the team looking better already, I would say. The next signing should blow your socks off, as missing out on Walters gives us extra money, and I'm thinking with that money going for Dele Alli, who joins up with Grant McCann at Doncaster. What a huge signing, and what a huge wage. 16k a week, but only here for a year unless he extends that, my stew, as we still don't have a right back. But I'm not going to worry. I'm going to train James Maxwell at only 22-year-old and 62 rated. He should give it his all in League One, as how we're going to do in this league. I just want to survive. And I wasn't expecting this to be 8th. We are 8th in League One. What is happening, Rovers? Momentum a thing? We are 3 points off Reading. I guess we do have Dele Alli. He must be playing well. And it seems that we are overall, but there is no ignoring the fact he's gone up to a 76 rated. Incredible scenes, and he's got a good return, as Molyneux's the best player though. 10 goals this season. Phenomenal stuff, but we're still waiting on the contract, as Maxwell's trained to be a right back fully. And also, you may remember, I did call this man, Jordan Blake, a midfielder. He has trained to be a centre back, and that will take his rating up 1. I expected more from that. That was a bit anticlimactic. And look at this for a squeeze. Momentum must be a thing. 6th place for Donny Rovers. Playoffs again. But this won't be easy, as it's Huddersfield we play, who will have a strong team, especially in this league. Will it be as strong as ours though? I mean, it definitely could be. Some of the ratings, whatever league we're in, we have to up. Defense isn't high rated, as you can see what we're doing here just before the playoffs start. Offering a contract to Ali, which he accepts. We will have him whatever league we're in next year. He's took another increase. He's getting a lot of money, as we'll get a lot of money if we can win these playoffs. The first leg, though, behind to Huddersfield, as now we've got to try and shock them. Somehow shock them. Luke Molyneux, you know. What a player he is. To the final we go, where we will be playing Peterborough. Grant McCann's old team, that, as in the FA Cup. Didn't get far. Round 2 it was, as Manchester City do the double. They can't win the BSM. That went to Stockport. As still, I don't care though. This is the biggest game we're playing. Come on, lads. Dele Alli. Oh, he does score. And we win 4-0. A hat-trick from Gallagher makes it back-to-back promotions. What an achievement. Back-to-back promotions, but not automatic. Both through the playoffs. As of course I'd like to make it a triple on the bounce, but we definitely need a better defense if we are to do that. Our team all round, come on, let's not lie to ourselves, we can't get promoted with a squad like this. So that £12 million is going to be going into new players and higher contracts. we might not have enough. As when I'm signing contracts, players like Wood the keeper, a keeper I just want to make a backup now, asking for almost $6,500 a week. That is a lot of money. This budget's gonna shred. So what we've got to do? Well, maybe get some veteran players like a 28-year-old Matt Clark of Middlesbrough, or ex of Middlesbrough. Him alongside Pader should be a lot better and at least have us surviving. But he's not the only one, as Tajon Buchanan, Champions League experience, or Championship should I say, got a little bit with Derby, as I don't know where this man's from. Li Zhu, a Chinese goalkeeper. As with them three in the team, our defence is a lot better. It's not Biggins that I want to replace now, it is Kyle Hurst. I just feel like with Ali, our midfield is almost okay, and we want to sign this winger, Othmane Boussaïd, a Belgian on the wing. Don't know if it's happened at Donny before, but hopefully he can be a championship hazard. As let's see if he's living up to that title that I've given him. We are winning the title. Is there any good teams here? Hello, anyone in? We are 49 points strong in the championship this season. That is not as expected. I knew we'd sign strong defenders, but I had no idea that they'd continue to grow at the rate they have. I seriously look at these. Dele Alli, our best player, who of course we need to give another contract. As now that is all done and everyone is signed up, I skipped to the end, where we just bottled it last minute. Look at the goal difference though. 1 goal. We must have been winning a lot of games 1-0 in this season, as we were pipped to the post by Ipswich Town. And I'm not wrong in saying there is a lot of 1-0s, and there's a few 2-1s in there. But yep, trophyless, but to get 3 back-to-back promotions is a huge achievement. Premier League, here we come, as FA Cup between Manchester City and Bournemouth. Carabao not really in it, as you can see for yourselves, losing in round 1 of competitions. That's something in the Prem we need to focus on more. As something else we need to focus on, alongside the team where you know we're going to sign a central midfielder next season, is the goal scorers, as Sam Gallagher now 30, but getting 17 goals and getting us promoted. And dream about it, Donny fans. Imagine if this happened in real life, from League 2 to the Prem in 3 or 4 seasons, whichever you want to count it, as 53 million to go on player contracts, which is fine by me. We've already talked on one position we need, but the other one, I'm looking at Luke Molyneux. Scored 11 goals last season, big in the promotion push, but I just don't know. I just think there's better options. As one of those options, for example, is this man, Casey McAteer, ex-Leicester. Sorry, Luke, we have just got to get this man in, signing on the dotted line for a higher wage than Dele Alli. First time that's been done, but it's not the first time that I am asking you, please, if you haven't done, to subscribe to the channel. We have just surpassed a quarter of 100,000, which is the overall aim, and we want to keep going towards that. As back to the signings anyway, a centre-back this time, Clement Lenglet, being passed around a lot of clubs. Just can't settle. Has a decent rating in this save. I believe he was 79 rated. This man's not at them heights, but a midfielder in, and he's played very well for Girona. Ibrahima Kebe comes to Donny Rovers. Good stuff that. I believe the starting 11 is finished, but I do want options. So I've got Matthias Ablain, alongside Alessandro Bianco and Jacob Christian. All bench options, as I believe that is us done now. We've got a very strong bench and a very strong team, which should stay in the Premier League. But just to test the waters, I'm going to simulate the first game, who we play Watford in, and it is a 2-2. Hey, and I don't mind drawing to Watford if it keeps them from winning games. Only 1 win. Ipswich with 3. Palace with 0, as it's a weird league. We are just above the relegation, but 10 points clear, still with the potential to go down, which I don't like, as I do like our team though. We're getting some increases from McAteer and Boussaïd. Also Peterson, who's the same rating as Ali, being our highest rated player, as we've got 3 81s. Looks like Kebe didn't want to play, the other 81 being Tajan Buchanan, who does look very decent. At 27, he could be with us a long time, as it's Boussaid so far, top scorer for the club. But were his goals enough? They were in the end. We finished 15th in the Premier League, the weirdest league I've ever seen, as Crystal Palace survived with 3 wins all season, with Ipswich going bottom with 5 wins all year. Weird one that, as Arsenal won the league. It's their rivals in the FA Cup final, where we failed miserably, as we failed in the Carabao Cup as well. Round 2, exit to Preston 1-0. Jeez, lads, can you just perform a little better? Oh, there's an injury to McAteer. That isn't too great. Swap him for now a 75 rated Molyneux. He is surprising, and he's not got great stats. How's his goal scoring stats though? He's only got 5. It is Boussaid at the top with 16 overall. Gallagher falling to second with 14, and being 31-year-old makes me think we need to replace him. So yeah, position number 1, which we have to strengthen, has to be Sam Gallagher. Sorry mate, you've been good, but you're not perfect as well. Kiki left, he was on the decrease anyway, and I'm not playing with Maxwell. And with 58 million, another good budget, I have one player in mind that I found was a free agent. I was so wanting to sign him on a pre-contract deal, but I couldn't do that. It is Reece James. If I recall correctly, Reece James did have a loan deal with Doncaster Rovers before going on loan to Wigan. So it's a trip down memory lane from the man that Aston Villa stupidly let go. I'm going to snap him up. And by snap him, I don't mean put a tackle in on him. We know he's made out of rice paper. We need him to play. And we need a new striker to play. He's not the highest rated, but Fali Mayulu looks a decent pacey striker, so I'm gonna get him in. No better options out there. I wish there was, but I can definitely say that's a struggle to find a striker, because he's not who I'd have in mind, but still, I'm going to put him ahead of Gallagher. The game probably won't play him as much. Just trying to sign for the future, as speaking of the future, I want to change the tactic up. We're gonna go gegenpress with the speed of this new man, alongside McAteer once he's back, a 1-day injury. Okay. That's quite easy to get back. And of course, Boussaid, who was top scorer last year. Our team is complete. Let's see how it does. As with the striker that we've signed, I don't expect miracles. An 11th position. It is gradual improvement. Sitting on 0 goal difference, above Spurs at least, as Everton and Wolves in the bottom 3. That's extraordinary to me. I think there's good teams here, as our team is good. Look at some improvements. Gallagher's got to go back in, but we've got to keep searching for a striker, because Boussaid and McAteer are getting wasted without a man in the middle, and same with Peterson. He cannot provide if there's no one there. Got some good growth out the keeper, Lee Zhu. He is 83 rated, but I want to focus on Buchanan. Since James has come in, he's gone up a ton and even learnt to be a left back, which he initially was. Really impressed with him, as where have we finished? Oh my days, I do not believe that. 10th would have been an improvement, but instead, Doncaster Rovers shoot up and finish in 4th with 65 points. That is actually quite a low margin, so I think we've been lucky. Man United in 5th, Chelsea in 9th, and Spurs in 10th. That's probably how we didn't get much competition. So, Champions League, I don't believe that. We actually got to a quarterfinals as well, beaten by Spurs. Oh, I would love a trophy. God damn it, we didn't win, and we didn't even... Oh, we did make round 3 of the Carabao. Still not impressive, though, as this is the team. We have got some impressive faces, just not a striker. As I'm intrigued, how many goals did Gallagher get? He actually got 17, but the highest scorer, Dele Alli. As I've woke up in this next season, looking at a gamble, Tony Oriana, 19 years old, 77 rated, is higher than Sam Gallagher, so he should get played if we give him the right squad role. The only issue is, right, we're going to just give him that crucial He's 77 rated, which is an improvement, of course. But as a Champions League striker, I don't know if he'll be good enough. I am going to gamble, though, as I don't believe we'll win the damn thing. So if we could build up the youngster, don't usually use youth this far in, but it could really work out if he has a successful season. As other signings, of course, we've got to get stronger players around him. Christiansen in the middle, and also Clark at the back. Maybe we find younger gambles in their positions, or maybe we just try and find the best players out there. As ultimately free agents, the best are older players, and 125 mil, we can pay contracts. As the two players I'm looking at, very good ratings. It's Jonathan Tah and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Two players I view as Vikings, you know, brute strength, as Jonathan Tah is the first one to meet Grant McCann, with Højbjerg following him closely. That is a big signing. I know I'll have to change him to a centre mid, but I think he's worth it. Two huge additions, as I'll swap them round right there. I'm thinking our squad's looking good. We just gamble with Oriana, or gambling with him, as I'm going to gamble with Mayulu. Try and get him out on loan, see if he's still got hidden potential. As off he goes to Wolves, and also Abline. I've loan listed him, and he's chose to go to Monza, the Italian club. As speaking of Italians, there's no Italian team in our Champions League group. PSG, Benfica, and Slavia Praha. We have a 77 rated striker. We are screwed. Seriously, Donny, we need to do something special. Premier League, though, we're back down to 12th. If we are to get in the Champions League again, we need to be better, as our squad should be good enough. We've gone through anyway by a Leverkusen. Who did not get through? Oh my days, it was PSG. Benfica topped the group. It's always the Portuguese clubs that do really well in FC. That is amazing, and still we're in the cup. So we're not in the Carabao Cup, though. Didn't check that one, as I'm begging for a trophy. I'm begging for Oriana to go up. He's already hit 81. That's steady progress, as I don't expect us to win the Champions League. Still, we go into Leverkusen with an 88 rated goalkeeper. Lee Zoo's been phenomenal. If he keeps how he's doing up, I would be a big fan of him, but we've got Bayer Leverkusen. We do win the home leg. Dele Alli back scoring in the Champions League in an English team, as can we get through? All my days, we've squeezed it. Ali getting another one as the team that we face next, RB Leipzig. Something could happen here. It's a golden opportunity. If Dele Alli's got his shooting boots on, can we get a win? Oh no. It's a big ask now, isn't it? We are at home for this second one. A quarter-final, please. Players decreasing, and we win the game. Reece James with a goal, McAteer with the other one, and Pedersen the cam. Come on, lads, we can do this. It is Inter Milan next. Semi-final time. Up the Donny Rovers, as that is the first and last time you will ever hear me say that, as the first leg we're behind again. Come back again, please. We have come so far, avoided Man City and Barcelona, Real Madrid. Oh my days. Can't even say oh my days properly. Losing on penalties. That is gutting. How close we came. With a team that's now on the decrease. Lenglet, 79. Højbjerg, 81. At least we've got Christiansen there. But worst of all, we finish 11th in the Premier League unless we won the FA Cup, which we didn't. Doncaster Rovers will be playing in no European football, which is a real backward step. From Champions League semi-finalists to absolute wet wipes, this is the Donny Rovers team, a 79 rated. Come on, I'm not having that. Lenglet, get out. As also, it's a good job Oriana worked, 82 rated. He's got another season to impress as Mayulu's come back. He is 75 rated. Abile is 74, or Abline, whatever I decide to call him next time, as 247 million. Is enough for some players, as we'll always have money for players. What am I waffling about? The first one, He's very, very old. But Aymeric Laporte is back in England, now in Yorkshire, trying to help Donny Rovers get back to where they belong. But he's not the only one, as I've got 3 youngsters here who could also help the team. Rafael Alves, he can grow to be better than Laporte. Aaron Leon, who's better than Oriana. And Antonio Novak, who probably doesn't go straight in the team, but can sit on our bench. What a trio this would be. We have signed all 3 of those players, and we're gonna get them in the team going into this non-continental season. Previously, I've just been saying how much I want a trophy. This season, I just want 5 more points. As Arsenal occupy 4th on 33, and we are down in 10th, which seems bad, but only 5 points behind them. There's title races closer than that, as Carabao Cup, we haven't made the semis. Will we ever win it? I don't know, but I do know about our team. No progress from Leon, but he is still 823 rated. Same as Oriana down here. And Alves, has he took over Laporte? Yes, he has. Very quick in doing so, as we've got 1 youth player we did sign who hasn't had much improvement, and that is this man Novak. There is a reason though. He doesn't fit in the team, and it only took him 2 weeks to train as a right wing. But I wanted to savour this moment, as he doesn't increase. Another anticlimax. Still, let's see if he helps us. As all we want to do is be in European football again. Skip that Europa. Back in the Champs League. We don't like Europa. We must be allergic to it. We're in a title race as well. We won the same games as Liverpool. Who won the overall thing? As did we win the FA Cup? No. Newcastle, Brighton. What about the Champions League? Who won it this year? The finals, Bayern and Juventus. Okay, all right. We've got to beat teams like that. As we've got a team like this, it's Tar and Ali going down. Ali hasn't actually played much. 83 rated now. An amazing servant though, as look at the 90 rated. We sorted on fullbacks. Reece James and Buchanan. He could have a huge say on how we do next season, as I've been scouting alphabetically. No one that good at all, really, from the free agent market. Which has me thinking, are we stuck with this team? I mean, we've got decent strikers now. It's just the aging players. Them being Laporte, who we don't use anyway, but Tar and Ali. Them 2 are big influencers. Ali is the captain. I guess it's always a problem you have in free agent saves. People like to retire. I mean, to be honest, if I had the money Dele Ali had, I'd be retiring as well as Luke Molineux. We're going to lose the main man who's been with us in our journey. Farewell, my friend. Hope you have luck elsewhere. As I've simmed a little bit on, and hey, he's found a new club, Nottingham Forest. His career's gone well still. Like that for Lukey boy, as this is our transfer list. No players on it, but no players going out. I might have to revisit that soon, because I don't trust Ali and Tar. If they can last through a Champions League season and win it, that would be great, as we have an easy start to the Premier League. No offence, Norwich and Everton fans, I don't mind that. As how we're looking after 4 games, we're 7th in the league. I mean, it's not the title charge I hoped for. Still, early days yet. And early days for the Champions League, but I might jinx myself here saying the group is a lot more favourable than the last group that we did have. Frankfurt, Benfica and Fenerbahce of Turkey. No PSG this time. But we know Benfica like winning groups. As at the split point this season, he's 10th in the league. So much for a title charge. Not doing it here in England. But of course we are in Europe, topping the group this time. Look how close the group though was. 8 points for everyone else. That is the weirdest thing I think I have ever seen. There's some weird things that's happened in this save, as we've got Sociedad in the next round. But before that, we need to check up on our squad and look at Jonathan Tar and Dele Ali. He's still going. I kind of trust Ali a little bit more, being the captain, and Tar with 56 pace worries me a lot, that does. So, we've looked out big time and found Calvin Bassey with 85 pace here. Coming in at a crucial time, but he has the pace, as please please. Just get us over the line. As I believe what I did just say rhymed and Dele Alli 79 rated. Still, we get the first leg win. Get in there, Casey. Big goal from Casey, but we know it means nothing if we don't win this second leg, which we do in extra time. We got the job done, and that is all that matters, as last year's finalists up next, Bayern Munich. Not the most straightforward of times at the Bernabeu for them recently, as this game, first off, we're going to be behind 2-1, and this isn't the time to bottle. We just get it. Oh my days, we don't just get it done. We've just smashed Bayern Munich. This career, man, it has been so confusing. Milan in the next round, PSG or Leverkusen awaits, but we need to beat Milan first. First leg 2-2, with the second leg, fingers tightly crossed, a win, which means we will reach the final. A bittersweet achievement. Of course, Grimsby ties in real life, but building Donny up to face Leverkusen in the UCL. As how did it go back in England? Oh, 9th place. Don't want to look at that. Oh, no FA Cup. And, of course, no Carabao. We don't like trophies. We just don't like them. But this team likes playing in the Champions League final, it seems. As I'm going to do something, though, that may seem really stupid. I'm going to change the formation, getting Oriana up front. As this is it now, Doncaster fans, you have come back from that failure at Crewe to playing Bayer Neverlosen. As we've got to do something to try and change that nickname, as Pettersson playing, of course, out of position today. Good shot that, though, and McAteer with a tackle. Leon with the shot. I mean, that is a good gegenpress. Like it. We've just intercepted as well with Boussaid. Peterson, there's a man at the side here. It's Casey McAteer. And why did no one just stick a foot out for that ball right there? It was there to be won. As Calvin Bassey, our newest arrival, onto Christiansen. I will take a corner ball. Come on. We're playing well here. Grant McCann on the sideline shown. There's Pedersen. That's a good ball. Headed away from Coppola. Try and keep this alive. And so far, so good in terms of ball retention. Christiansen, that's a ball onto Oriana, and Oriana scores. It just takes him a chance with the ball at his feet. Our number 9 striking. A quick gamble that we took a couple of seasons ago when we got in the Champions League at the first time of asking. We knew he'd have a good impact. I didn't know he'd get replaced, but he's back in with a formation switch, and it looks like it's paying off. Great finish that we needed to try and take this lead as Leon's got the ball through. Here he is. Going to try and cut back onto Reece James now, and that's a good ball into McAteer. Another shot on goal. Oh, just away from it from Oriana. As this first half's gone quite well, there is no fault to it really, as Buchanan, he's been a mainstay, but that is a poor cross. Straight into Novak, ex-Manchester United, that goalkeeper. 1-0 at the break though, courtesy of Oriana. Good old Tony, as we could still use another goal, and it is Casey McAteer running at the defence. He's got away from one, and he's got not much pressure on his back, you know. That is Casey McAteer, and that is 2-0 straight away after half-time, as we're going to watch this dance just sink it in. Don't know what I was about to say there, but look at this Casey McAteer. That is one of the best goals I think's ever been scored in a Champions League final that we've played here on this channel, at least in FC24. And not using any skill moves. Don't utilise skill moves, but I do utilise our chances, especially in this game. Calvin Bassey, don't mess up. You were brought in not to mess up. But look at the press. Our centre-back has just pushed them back to their own keeper. That is outstanding. Just what I want to see as Pedersen through onto Christiansen. We've got the Sens in midfield. As McAteer on this wing, we've got a man at the back post. It's gone over everyone, and it's still gone into the middle. And that's Leon joining in. 3-0 Doncaster. Beautiful ball across. And then it just went too far. Dinked back into the middle and dinked past the goalkeeper. No chance of getting across. It is now 3-0 on the night. Making up for lost time when we lost in the semi-finals. That was very unjust. As Christiansen, come on, there is only 2 minutes left. They don't have enough time to score. McAteer with the hit. And the referee with the whistle, meaning Doncaster Rovers, after bottling it against Crewe, have come back and in spectacular fashion to climb the English football pyramid in the time and how we did it. Absolutely extraordinary and deserved of the Champions League. As one change I did make, and I did it on a purpose, when I took Dele Alli out, we did need a new captain, and that is going to be this man. He's been at the club before, yes, granted on loan, but it is Reece James, one of the highest rated as well, 91 rated, I believe, next to the second best player in the goalkeeper Lee Zhu. An unbelievable find, as you might be saying that about other videos. There's two to click on right here, and suggest some new ones down below.